Turkey's top 10 destinations. What do you get when you combine the birthplace of tales, volcanic mountains, azure coasts, Ottoman palaces, and ancient Greek ruins into one nation that spans 2 continents? Turkey is yours. Every street corner has the aroma of history and spices. Every destination feels like a movie set in a different era, and every stride reveals a 1,000-year-old tale. This is time travel, not simply a vacation. We're revealing the top 10 destinations in Turkey in this video. And believe me, you are not the only one impressed by this nation. It transforms you. Istanbul. Istanbul is a planet unto itself, not just a city. Istanbul, the only metropolis on 2 continents in the world, is a literal meeting point of East and West. Every square inch is filled with culture, history, and passion, from the Grand Hagia Sophia to the busy pandemonium of the Grand Bazaar. But if you don't pace yourself, the beauty may be overwhelming. Traffic is notorious, and crowds can be frustrating. Nevertheless, this is the place where empires came and went, where mosques are located next to coffee shops, and where seagulls soar above historic domes. You'll see why this location is so memorable as you sip Turkish tea while the call to prayer reverberates over the skyline. Cappadocia. Mars would resemble Cappadocia if it had flying carpets and magical chimneys. Cone-shaped rock formations, cave lodges, and dreamlike morning hot air balloon rides are some of the attractions in this bizarre area. Entire underground cities constructed by early Christians lie beneath your feet, while above you, a pink-orange sky glows magically each dawn. Yes, if the weather changes, the balloons are cancelled, but it just heightens the tension. And believe me, Cappadocia feels unearthly even when grounded. This location is attractive from every viewpoint, so don't forget to pack hiking boots and a large memory card. Pamukkale. It appears to be snow at first glance. Then you notice that you are staring at calcium-rich thermal pools that resemble frozen waterfalls as they tumble down a white cliffside. Greetings from Pamukkale, a natural wonder that resembles heaven turned into rock. From Roman emperors to contemporary tourists searching for the ideal Instagram snap, the warm, mineral-rich waters have captivated visitors for centuries. However, the pools are fragile. Portions are restricted for protection, and shoes are prohibited to preserve the surface. Still wading through milky blue, warm water with bizarre views below and old ruins above. You will always remember this unique moment. Ephesus. This is an outdoor epic, not just ruins. Walking through the marble streets of Ephesus, which was once the second largest city in the Roman Empire, is like turning the pages of old history. The Temple of Artemis, the enormous amphitheater, and the Library of Celsus are not duplicates. These are the locations that have endured for thousands of years. Pack sunscreen, water, and patience, though, because the summer heat is unbearable here and there isn't much cover. Nothing, however, can compare to the sensation of being on the exact spot where Cleopatra may have strolled and where St. Paul preached. It is strong, humble, and simply enchanted. The Antalya, with its blue waters, sun-kissed beaches, and historic ruins all coexisting beneath palm trees and dazzling sunsets, Antalya is known as Turkey's Riviera. It's a place where leisure and adventure coexist. One minute you're perusing Roman artifacts, the next you're paragliding over cliffs or enjoying a glass of wine at a cafe by the sea. The reason it's touristy is because it's good. To avoid the heat and congestion, simply stay away during August's busiest time of year. Kalechi, the old town, is a labyrinth of cobblestone streets, Ottoman palaces, and hidden courtyards that give you the impression that you have entered a fantasy novel. Antalya has both in full color, whether you are here for the heat or the soul. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe is the oldest known temple in the world. Having existed for more than 11,000 years, older than both Stonehenge and the pyramids. Take a moment to process that. This enigmatic archaeological site, which was found in the highlands of southeast Turkey, is changing the course of human history. It begs more questions than it answers. Who built it, and why? It is even referred to as the cradle of civilization. Even though excavation is ongoing, you can go around and take in the vastness of what was produced here long before there were towns, wheels, or writing. It's not ostentatious. It's not congested. However, it might be the most significant location you've never heard of. Fethi. Fethi is made up of ancient tombs carved into rock faces, paragliders soaring across the sky, and turquoise seas and wooded cliffs. There's a new postcard around every corner of this Aegean beachfront treasure. The neighboring All-Udeniz beach is among the most photographed spots on Earth, and the Blue Lagoon appears to be a divinely crafted slice of heaven. Although there are a lot of resorts there, you may still see the genuine, relaxed side of Turkey by exploring the towns and undiscovered coves. You can't go wrong whether you hike the Lycian Way, go on a boat cruise, or simply relax in the sun. Mount Ararat. In addition to being the tallest peak in Turkey, Mount Ararat is legendary. Mist and myth surround this inactive volcano near the Armenian border, which many believe to be the resting spot of Noah's Ark. It's a difficult climb that requires a permit and local guides to reach the summit. However, it is stunning even when viewed from below, particularly at sunrise when the peak is illuminated like a candle. This Far East is one of Turkey's most unvarnished and spiritually charged places, yet few tourists venture there. It's a place that seems very powerful, ancient, and sacred. Safranbolu. Nestled in the northern Turkish highlands, Safranbolu is more than simply a town. It's a living museum preserved in time. Its cobbled lanes transport you back to the heyday of the Ottoman Empire, when the center of Turkish life was characterized by exquisitely carved mosques, magnificent timber-framed houses, and fragrant spice markets. The town thrived as a trading hub on the Silk Road and is named after saffron, the most costly spice in the world that is still grown nearby. The aroma of history, tea, and tradition is still there in the air. With more than 1,000 registered historic buildings, many of which have been converted into boutique hotels, museums, and family run-ins, each house here has a tale to tell. Trabzon. Mysterious, brooding, and gloriously misunderstood, Trabzon is Turkey's wild jewel, nestled between green mountains and the roaring waves of the Black Sea. Trabzon is rich in rain, mythology, and centuries of history spanning from Byzantine emperors to contemporary mystics, in contrast to the sun-drenched resorts of the south. This is a city where residents still speak an old Pontic dialect, where Orthodox monasteries cling to cliffs, and where the food is unique, hearty, and fresh. Surrounded by thundering waterfalls and mist-covered pine forests, the Sumela Monastery is the crown jewel. It is a refuge that defies gravity and is carved into a sheer rock face that is almost 1,200 meters above sea level. Through its ruins, recipes, landscapes, and tales, Turkey is more than just a nation. It is a living narrative. Turkey offers all types of journeys in one place, from the ancient libraries of Ephesus to the shimmering waters of Fethi, from the spiritual heights of Mount Ararat to the picturesque valleys of Cappadocia. If this film made you realize how big and colorful this country is, please express your appreciation by clicking the like button, subscribing for more in-depth travel narratives, and forwarding this to someone who has big adventure goals. Do you have a favorite spot in Turkey? Let's exchange stories. Leave it in the comments. Keep your curiosity stoked and your luggage packed till the next time.